Okay, in this tutorial we're gonna learn how to create external textual file that will be in a directory where we have rest of Java code. So before we do something in a main method, we need to activate, let's say, those options by importing specific Java, how to say this, namespaces or imports. So import Java dot, this time we don't care about utilities, we need another stuff, which is input output options, specifically this one in a drop down file, which will be used to create a specific object that will represent the name of that file. Anyway, let me just use that for now. And also we need to handle those errors by using input-output exceptions. So signals that an input-output exception of some sort has occurred. So that's a theory. Let's just import it and then we will use it down there. Right. What about that object? Well, file obj will be name of that object, and new and file, so classical object creation, but this time we need to be very precise about name of that external file. So what I'm gonna type is external file.txt. In your case you can use something whatever you like. So just note that this thing is argument that must be in a double quotes. It's classical string. Now we need to have a way to check this operation, and the best option will be to enclose this operation in a try block of code. So I'm gonna say try, and I'm gonna put this closing bracket somewhere down there, and I'm gonna, yeah, something like that. So if we manage to create this file, fine. If we don't, we need to print something. So first let's create it, because this is just the name for this object. So let's use specific method to create that file. So this is just preparation of name. So if, and here we're gonna use normal parentheses. So what is the target here that represent this name? It will be file obj, and then dot and specific method, which will be create a new file. Okay, just that, without any kind of arguments here. So if we succeed with this, if we are fine, if we create that file with this name, then we can print something like this: system out println, and we can say like operation done, and we will concatenate that with name of file. So file obj, and we will get like a dynamically that name that we created. And to do that, we're gonna use get name method. So it will return the name of the file or directory denoted by this abstract path name. Anyway, let's just use it. Okay. Now, is that enough? No, because we need to handle situation if that file already exists for some reason. How? Well, we can use another piece of code, else, and in case that that file exists, we're gonna also print something like some system out.println, and something very simple like check local directory file with that name exists, something like that, something short. Okay, so this is try piece of code. Well, question is, what if we cannot execute this operation? Well, we're gonna handle that with catch. So catch, and what is generic name for exceptions? Input output exception, and we need to have some kind of handle for it, alias. So it will be like EBC, whatever. I'm gonna use F error, file creation error. So I must type this, but this name is whatever I want it to be. Okay, what about message in that case? Well, I'm gonna say system.out.println, and I will just use that generic error if we run into it. So error or error. Okay, error. And we can also have finally a piece of code finally that will do something silly, let's say. For example, system out.println, we can say, as always, I am all over the place, because this code will run no matter what. Okay, so no errors on the left side, and there are semicolons, right, file obj, create new file, get name of file. Okay, so let me run this, and operation done, external file.txt is created, and I'm all over the place because this will run every time. Okay, what about check? Do we actually have that file? Let me see. LearnJ, right click on LearnJ project in my case, go to properties, and here is that folder we care about. So let's open it and LearnJ, and there you go. External file .txt exists, and if you, for example, change this for anything else, some other file, and if we run it, that file will be created, and right click, properties, that specific directory, let's open it, LearnJ, there you go, some other file. Okay, so let's practice with this external file. I need to change a couple of stuff here. External file. Now I'm gonna try to create it again. Okay, so watch what's gonna happen here. So when I say run, check local directory, file with that name exists, obviously because we created it. Run again, and absolutely same message. Okay, now we know how to handle stuff, how to handle exceptions, how to create object that will hold name of that textual file, how to run specific method on that object, how to check for that name, and so on. So in the next tutorial we're gonna write something to textual file. Okay, because this tutorial is like 8 minutes long. That's too much, because if I continue with this tutorial there will be 15 minutes or 20, and that's too much for one go. Okay, thanks for watching. As always, see you next one. Ciao.